Girl, shit's fucked.
Is that what we're talking about? The Real Housewives of Alberta.
And Minnesota, don't you know?
We just can't shut the F up.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Bonjour.
Who did that one? Who made that? That's awesome.
Oh my God, Johnny, you need to catch up, man. It's like a few months old. It was Lindy made it for us.
Oh.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Nice.
How are you guys doing?
Wonderful. What the hell is going on with these screens?
Johnny, I have no idea.
I can't see like the chat or anything. It's a weird layout.
I don't know. We had some issues today, so I don't know. But we'll just carry on. I don't know. Everything's screwed up a little bit here.
Okay.
As per usual.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome KJV Michael and Mr. Messerschmidt. Cesis is bookmarking your tweets. I don't blame them. They're pretty great.
Cool.
Yes. What else? Who else is here? Oh, we've got Siska. Hi, Siska. I know you're here for the penis.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Freedom Canada. Hello. And yeah. Anyways, so tonight's gonna be kind of a good show, I guess. I don't know. It's gonna be a little bit of repeat because the people we're discussing on tonight's stream they just keep proving us right and then showing up and being the shady fucks that they are. So we're just going to highlight the fucks and then we'll carry on. Hello, Femikaze. I got to quickly thank Femikaze because she's got a lot of little clips that she sent me at the last minute because, that's how I like to do things at the last minute.
Yes.
So thank you. Are you girls? You girls are good?
Ready to go.
You're ready to go? Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, I have lots of little clips for you guys. I think it would be only fair. I've tried to look for boobies and stuff for men to like balance out the whole Johnny and his dong, and I can't do it. So I find some, but I'm just like, it doesn't do anything for me. So I decided that, you know what?
Like a thing where it jiggles, like just the top, like Jello.
Well, I just figure, you know what? We'll do Johnny and men for us, and for the guys, we'll just do truck stops. I'm going to try and brainwash everybody that's watching.
Truck stops?
No, truck videos. Yeah, like trucks, like trucks.
Mm.
And I'm going to try and brainwash everyone into getting them. So every week we'll just feature a different one. That's what I can offer you, men. Okay, no boobies. There's no boobies today.
Just bribe them with cake.
Well,
this is a cake cult, right?
It's a sex cult, Shawnee. It's a sex cult.
Cake.
Sex
I don't have sex. I can't be in a sex cult.
Okay. Well, I'll have sex for you. I promise. Did you guys see that they are starting to get rid of the Pride sidewalks?
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Really?
Yeah. I got this video of it. I mean, I guess there's probably people crying about it, but it's great.
A crosswalk at Westheimer and Taft has officially been removed.
So long, gay boys!
So I'm sure there are some upset men out there, or gays out there who are really upset. They no longer feel safe to cross the street now because, they don't have a sidewalk that represents them. But I think it's good. I think it's about time. It's been a long time. So we've got that. The other thing is, did you guys see, did I not upload it? What the fuck? Maybe I didn't. Well, it's okay. I wanted to share this with you guys. So the provincial government, I know, Shawnee, this isn't going to be boring for you, but in Alberta, our provincial government has put the censorship, I guess it's kind of censorship laws, but it's not. It's parenting first. Parents get to decide what their kids
neutrality
read or what they don't read. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've gone through the schools to the libraries to remove or mark books that are questionable for kids, like books that are like explaining on how to give a blowjob to another boy, for example. Is it available in our elementary schools? Well, not anymore.
Literal porn is being removed from the schools, and that's a bad thing.
It's a good thing, but it's a good thing, except our media doesn't like it. So I want you guys to hear this conference, but please listen to the journalists asking questions. I think every one of those journalists who asks these questions honestly needs to have their histories checked and their computers checked, because they are so opposed to this.
It's weird. It's like, why are you so desperate for little kids to learn how to fist and give each other blowjobs?
No, it's disgusting. Kids, if you're watching, don't do that. It's sick. It's dirty.
No kids are watching.
I think there might be one. I think we have a kid that watches and it freaks me out. Go do something else.
Oh yeah, Alberta's Buddy Holiday
she is. That's why she looks so much more angry.
She's pissed. She's so angry.
So I'm gonna push play on that, and I will be. We'll just watch that, and then I will be back. 1 second. It's pretty fucked. Okay, let's go. Can we hear it?
Nope.
Motherfucker.
For families, and whether they're co-located or not, often libraries to the other, but the plan is to make sure that all libraries have appropriate safeguards for families, and whether they're co-located or not, often libraries are used in the course of education by young families. Like I said, we're not going to be removing any books from libraries or any library materials. We're just going to be requiring ones that are truly inappropriate to be put behind the counter, and that's going to be across the board.
I'm not aware of any other jurisdiction in Canada that's looking at this kind of approach to library oversight. Why don't you trust parents and librarians to manage who has access to material that's appropriate?
I do, and that is why librarian staff is going to be a part of how we roll this out, and that's why parental authority, any parent that wants kids to have access to any material in the library, they can grant that authority to their children. It's not my job to get in the way of that, but until that permission is given, those who are under the age of 16 are going to have to get their parents' permission for things that are truly pornographic in nature. It's the same standard that we have with obscenity laws across this country. If things are truly pornographic and sexually explicit in nature, then it's going to have to be a conversation with those parents.
Hi, Lisa Johnson with the Canadian Press. On that same topic, in this day and age, a lot of children have iPhones and the internet, and they can access pornography whenever they want. So I'm wondering if, hand in hand with this, is your government considering any age-based internet restrictions to safeguard, like you say, children from visually explicit sexual material? Are you considering any of that?
I can't speak to any other initiatives other than the legislation here. I don't know of anything else. What I do know is that pornographic material paid for by the taxpayer should not be in the access of children's, leisurely reading when they go in on an afternoon to a library. I think parents expect that truly explicit, sexually explicit pornographic material that they'll fall upon by accident. So to balance this, we're saying that that kind of material will have to be kept behind the counter.
And on the same issue, I'm wondering, most libraries
that's quite the zoom.
Add to what's called the Statement of Intellectual Freedom, which is about allowing all persons to access intellectual material, regardless of age.
It's not intellectual.
Generally, in that statement, it points to the Charter, Section 2 Charter rights, freedom of expression and thought, etc., all that kind of stuff. So I'm wondering if you, in your consultation with library groups so far, or your department's consultation, has that issue come up as a concern for librarians? And have you considered, I guess, the implications of that? Are you willing to use the notwithstanding clause if somebody legally challenges this bill on charter grounds?
Sure. I'll just take a look at a couple of the books that have already been
and he whips out the book
when we've had this discussion publicly. So this book, I should say before I show it, some folks might not want to see this. It is incredibly sexually graphic. This is one of the books that is found in many of our libraries. It's called Gender Queer. and it gives a description of how two seemingly underage boys can perform fellatio on each other. This is not a question of freedom of expression or censorship. This material can be very damaging to young children that see it as a cartoon. This is adult content. There's a mass of social science data that shows access to explicitly sexual pornographic material for children in ages of development can have incredibly detrimental effects on their sexuality going forward and their actions. This is a responsible path forward. This is what Albertans, families, and parents expect. So we will have a moderate and temperate approach. These books will remain in libraries. They will be behind counters. And if somebody truly thinks that it's a question of freedom of expression for a 7-year-old to learn from these books how to perform fellatio on each other, then I think that we have a very different understanding of what freedom of expression is. And I would be surprised to find in 1982 that understood the charter being passed, that what it meant was 7-year-olds need access to pornography as a result of it.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that they need access, but I'm just arguing it like, or I'm asking.
Yes, you are arguing that they need access.
For a legal challenge, would you be willing to use a notwithstanding clause on those grounds?
I'm not aware of anyone suggesting that it's a freedom of information for 7-year-olds to have access to pornography. These rules exist across our society already. Obscenity laws have always existed in our society. Right now, you cannot go to a corner store and legally buy pornography unless you can show identification over the age of 18. So this is a bare minimum of what I think parents expect in our society today.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Sean? Sean O'Malley with City News. Did your government campaign on restricting books? Did your government campaign on you taking authority over the conduct of municipal officials?
I'm sorry, this is for journalists today. Is that seriously a question from the media?
I'm asking you a question. Did you campaign on the moves you're making today?
We campaign explicitly on parental choice and authority. We've done that for 2 campaigns in a row. We've won majorities both times as a result of it. And there is nothing out of line about saying that pornography isn't appropriate for children to be consuming under the age of 18. If your 7-year-old were to consume this, Sean, would you find that that is an appropriate thing for them to be doing?
I asked you if you campaigned on it.
And I answered that. And I asked you if you think it's appropriate for them to be consuming pornography at age 7.
That's not for me to say. I'm a journalist asking.
It doesn't feel like you're a journalist. It feels as though
sick
this is a politically loaded attempt to attack a government doing an incredibly reasonable approach for protecting children in society.
Why didn't you campaign on this?
He literally asked him if it was your 7-year-old.
There's no doubt that parental authority has been a key plank to the campaign, both in 2019 and 2023. One versus the other, but the plan is to make sure that all libraries have appropriate safeguards for.
So yay to Alberta for doing that. I mean, they still have the books in the schools, and the kids can, I guess, forge their parents' signatures if they really need to get access to them. But
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucked. I can't believe this, but the stuff's in there. And you know what? I'm seeing it in real life, the actual effects that all this sexualization's happened on these kids. Yeah, it's really not good, and it's really sad for them too, because they obviously don't realize how all the information they have is completely muddy
brainwashing.
Yeah, it's just fucked. It's fucked.
Well, it's like the early access to porn before the prefrontal cortex, the reasoning part of the brain is developed, does affect the psychological development of the child. So if a child is exposed to extremely sexual content, regardless whether it's 2 little boys giving each other blowjobs or it's just regular old lady man sex, it does affect their development. And there's been studies done on that, and there's lots of warnings against it. So I don't understand why male-female porn is not allowed in schools, but yet this gender queer book and this stuff, they're fighting so hard to have that in schools.
Because it's like the whole thing with the fucking Epstein stuff. Let's be honest here. This whole Epstein file dump thing, all it was just a one big push to desensitize people, because that's all it's done. It's done nothing. Nobody's fucking got upset. Nobody's done anything. We haven't done nothing. We've done nothing. Admit it. We should be outraged. They're fucking raping and killing kids, but look at like nothing. So I just think we're on the way out. Like as far as the society goes, we're fucked. I mean, there's no. It's beyond like it's so big and gross and dirty. And there's TikTokers now talking about how, did you guys see it? I didn't download it because everybody doesn't need to watch it. It's so gross. This woman, she looks like a lesbian, but she's like, and she probably is. I don't know. She was a teacher. She found herself attracted to a 4-year-old boy during her practicum. And he would say he loved her and he gave her butterflies and she kept dreaming about him. Anyway, she doesn't call herself a pedophile, but she did say that, I just thought maybe I shouldn't be working in that field. You're a fucking pedophile. Okay. You're attracted. How do you look at a 4-year-old and be like, have a romantic attraction? And then the thing is, like, it's getting just so watered down that you now on TikTok. So that woman puts that post there. Even a year ago, she would have been fucking just attacked, right?
Well, just the fact that she thought that was an okay action to voice that out into the universe and to film it and to post it, thinking this is something that people need to see is my weird ass fucking pedophilia situation that I got going on. Ooh, people will like that. I'll get lots of likes and support.
No.
Like, no, thank you. No,
you're a pedophile. Now I don't want you to fucking be anywhere near kids. I don't want you at my fucking family events. I don't want you anywhere.
No.
At all. So that's whatever. But Shawnee, I got a question for you because you're in the state, Shawnee.
Okay.
Daddy Trump has lost his motherfucking mind. Do you know that? Do you know?
I have not been paying attention to it. I could give a shit less, especially if he really is a fucking pedophile. Like,
but the shit he said today, he's literally lost his mind.
Like a country's gonna lose, like the whole country's gonna die, or the whole culture or something.
Well, just hours away from his looming deadline, Donald Trump has said a whole civilization will die unless Iran reopens the Strait of Hormuz. The US president has repeatedly threatened to destroy all of the country's bridges and power plants in the coming hours if a deal can't be reached. Some Iranians have formed human chains around the city's critical power facilities, protesting that attacking public infrastructure is classified as a war crime. Meantime, US-Israeli airstrikes have targeted shelters and defensive facilities on Karg Island, home to Iran's primary oil terminal. But Iran has hit back, striking one of the world's largest oil refining and petrochemical hubs in Saudi Arabia, sparking a fiery explosion.
I mean, that's nuts to me. I think that's nuts.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I can't believe he said that.
Yeah. No, I know.
That's even going to happen.
We will stop, Femikazi. All right. You know what, Femikazi? I know what you want to see. It's fine. You're like,
really,
sister.
Honestly, it would have been way cooler if he would have said that about Israel.
Yeah, but he will never do that.
Oh, no. He's got Kushner and everybody else's fist so far up his fucking ass. It's coming out of his mouth.
Yuck. Here, Femikazi, this will cheer you up.
Drop it to the flow, drop it to the flow, then. Now lean, then. Turn around, then. Turn around, then. Now wiggle, 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 wiggle.
That time that was for Femikazi. She doesn't like, we have to do a cleansing.
I don't really think that guy had much pack in them jeans.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to ask him to remove them and prove what tools he's working with.
I can tell by the amount of muscles he has that his
the muscle to
wiener
wiener ratio? You know the muscle to wiener ratio?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if he's gay, dude. I have not listened. Okay, so many questions. You guys have
better not be gay.
Too many questions. Okay, so that's good. Oh, evening, JJG22. Such a hard name to say. Yeah, so that happened. Well, since I did that, I got to do a flirty one for the boys. This is your guys' thirst trap. It's actually mine. I'm trying to manifest what I want. Okay, manifest with me, girls.
Daydream I fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours on a beautiful day.
That's actually kind of sexy.
Oh, it's so sexy. It's so sexy.
That was a hot
I'd
truck.
bang in that truck.
Yeah, like whenever, right? And those trucks have the bench seats, the
Yes.
romantic bench seats. You cannot get anything more romantic than a bench seat. I don't think. Now they've all got these giant fucking compartments for your crap or whatever. But
The console in the center there that keeps you separated from your love. He can't put his
exactly, I
arm
think that's
around
why
you when you're
divorce rates
driving.
went up. I do. I believe firmly that is why divorce rates went up. So really quick, another thing, guys. I can't deal with this. I don't know how to deal with this. We've watched the security guards, the East Indian security guards, increase their violence in reacting to them being security guards. They just start smacking people around now here, Shawnee. They're just fucking violent. But now they're filling our police forces, which we talked about a year ago. They are filling the police forces with East Indians and Sikhs specifically. But check this shit out. They're doing a, what's it called? When you are trying to get more cops to come.
Recruiting?
Yeah, they're doing a recruitment. Listen to this shit.
ਹੈਲੋ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰਜਾਈਨਾ ਸਸਕੈਚੁਅਨ ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਰਸੀਐਮਪੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਾਲੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਅਫਸਰ ਬਣਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ 12 ਅਪ੍ਰੈਲ ਨੂੰ ਰਜਾਈਨਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰੇ 10 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ 1 ਵਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਜਸਵਿੰਦਰ ਕੁਮਰਾਹਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਦੋ ਜਣੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਹੋਰ ਹੋਣੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਕਰੂਟਿੰਗ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਜੋ ਜਸਵਿੰਦਰ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਹੋਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਜਸਵਿੰਦਰ ਦੱਸੂਗਾ ਮੇਰਾ
ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੋਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਹਾਇਰਿੰਗ ਲਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਲਈ ਕੋਈ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟਸ ਨੇ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੁਲਿਸਿੰਗ ਲਾਈਫ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਦੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਹਰੇਕ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਵਾਂਗੇ ਅਮਰਜੋਤ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਥੀ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਉਹ ਆਨਸਰ ਦੈਟ ਤੇ 10 ਵਜੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੋ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਬ੍ਰਿੰਗ ਯਰ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਐਂਡ ਕਮ ਸੀ ਅਸ
Fuck off. Fuck off. I don't want it. There's a follow-up because then this one's in Hamilton.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Messerschmitt.
I know. Imagine using diarrhea as lube. Oh, the smell.
That's how you get corn
in the Japs eye.
So funny story. Isabel's a family member of Isabel's was banging some chick. This was like back in high school, and they didn't have any loops. They used Italian dressing.
That would burn.
He was banging her in the booty.
Fuck, that would burn.
And after she farted on him, and the fucking shit and everything went everywhere, and now he can't eat fucking Italian dressing.
Thank you. I don't think anybody watching the stream can eat corn or Italian dressing.
Yeah, thanks. I was hungry, but now
I'm starving. I got a pizza on the counter. I actually think I might grab a piece.
All right, well, it's okay.
Dip it in Italian dressing.
We're gonna have to do a palate cleanser.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body.
Okay, I feel better. All right. Okay, but we've got more of these East Indians. So this next one is in Hamilton. It is the Hamilton police force. This is just like, I just think it's too much. They need to fucking stop.
The Hamilton Police Services started an initiative where they invite new recruits to various places of worship throughout the year. On this day, their goal was to learn about the Sikh community's faith, identity, and culture. I started off with a tour of the facilities and basic protocols while visiting a Gurdwara. I shared a presentation prepared by the World Sikh Organization on Sikhs in Canada, how to recognize Sikhs, our articles of faith and what they represent, the treatment of these articles, religious accommodations and the freedom of religion, consent and respect for body searches on Sikhs, international students, Sikhs in politics, and more. My goal was to enhance their understanding of Sikhs so that they're able to respond to calls appropriately. If they were ever called to a Gurdwara or a Sikh family's home in an emergency, they would have more awareness and knowledge of Sikh beliefs and practices to provide culturally appropriate care. In the end, they all enjoyed a delicious meal in the Langar Hall. Initiatives like this one help break down biases and prejudices, foster trust, improve communication, and community relations. We look forward to teaching the next batch.
I'll bring you up when you're done eating.
Question.
Yeah.
So it's how to, okay, hold on. So they have to be able to understand how to report to calls culturally with cultural sensitivity.
Yes.
So there's a domestic, a wife being beaten or whatever, and the neighbors call because they hear the wife screaming and they see the husband beating the shit out of her.
Yeah.
So doing it culturally sensitive would be to like high five him.
I guess so. I don't know. I don't like the whole like and how to do a body check on them. What are you talking about? We're not gonna check them the same way we check everyone else?
Well,
because they
no.
could hide things in their turbans, right? So we're
You're not allowed to touch.
religious.
You're not allowed to touch their headdress. You're not allowed to remove the kirpan. They're not allowed to check the women.
Yeah,
because that'll make them unclean.
Yeah, so basically, I guess they get. Well, I mean, they already can ride their motorcycles without helmets. They get to do. You know what I mean? They can walk around with swords. They're taking over. They're in our police departments, and now we're bending over for them. I don't know. It's you guys are fucking making us racist. Stop it.
Well, they're allowed fully automatic, full clip, at like arms that Canadians aren't allowed to get, and they're not prosecuted for that. They're allowed to carry handguns.
It is.
And
It's
post
like
it on the internet.
kind of like actually. You know what? Let's just use that as a segue. It sounds like another retard that we know of. Shawnee, finish chewing, and then I'll add you back. But there's one certain ginger midget that we are all here to talk about today. That little fag, Jeremy Mackenzie, who also posted himself with a bunch of guns on the internet. Did get a bunch of charges. Of course, those charges were miraculously dropped right before the convoy. And he was allowed to leave the province. There was no, bail or requirements. Totally normal. Shawnee, you good? Okay. Anyways, so a couple of years ago during the Coots trial, Ezra Levant for Rebel News went to one of the Coots trial days now, or not trial days, pre-trial days.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Ezra did not go as many times as he's saying. We did not like him, but we were all like under the spell of Diagolon and Jeremy, and we ate up that bullshit, as I'm ashamed to say. We believed most of the garbage we were being fed. So nobody watched Ezra's, I didn't watch it until 2 days ago. Ezra's Jeremy is a Fed video. But he called Jeremy Mackenzie a Fed. He wasn't supporting the Coots 4. And I watched it the other day. I finally just sat down and watched it. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. He was trying to tell us. Ezra was trying to tell everybody. He specifically highlights, Jeremy, don't forget, this man is doing this. He's doing this coverage of the Coots 4. He jumps in there, and at 29-minute mark, I'm gonna play 2 bits of it. He brings up Jeremy, and he does say, and we were all really upset because he was collecting funds for people who had basically gotten charged with civil disobedience, things like that. Yeah. He wasn't clear about that in the beginning, so that's, to be fair to us, he was not clear about that.
Levant did collect funds under like Save the Coots 4 or something like that. Like he did strictly raise funds for the men that were on trial to help with their legal funds.
But then when they got
a dime of that, but
give them because he said it's not going to give money towards a conspiracy to commit murder charge. Whatever, all that shady bullshit. Don't get me wrong. I still think Ezra's a little snake too, right? I think they're both little snakes. I think they're all little snakes playing together. But okay, you know what? Yeah, I know. Okay, guys, listen. I admit, I was bewitched by the little ginger midget. Okay, we all were. So were you, by the way, Measure Schmidt, at one point.
Yeah, we all were.
Oh, we all were, Femagazi. Let's be honest here. Everybody in this chat who is from back then, definitely, we were all bewitched by that little fuck. But Ezra went out and yelled and screamed that Jeremy Mackenzie's a Fed. And then he went on to talk about it. And Jason Levine, of course, had to make it, his big way to connect with the group and really shit talk Ezra. It seemed absurd. So Jeremy decides the smart thing to do, because he's an idiot, the smart thing to do is to sue Ezra. Ezra's a lawyer. I remember when he first said he was going to sue Ezra, I'm like, I don't think he should. Ezra's a lawyer. He knows what he's doing. He's not dumb. He's not just going to randomly throw out that. Because technically, even if you just go based on the fact that Jeremy was in the army, he's a Fed. He worked for the feds. But last week, Jeremy lost the lawsuit. Ezra did not defame him, the court found. And of course, Jeremy's just saying it's because the judge was a Jew.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so is Ezra. So is Levine. They hang out with a lot of Jews.
Exactly.
We
can't try to trust them all. But I do believe if we watch this, Ezra Levant, I want you guys to watch just 2 parts, just because. Oh, sorry.
We're just gonna play member berries.
Just so you guys remember and see that he did try to warn us. He did, and he tried to warn us pretty well. Like it was, when I watched it this weekend, I was like, "Oh, this is embarrassing." Okay, sorry, Jeremy.
Well, so while you're looking that up, I remember when Ezra did this, and he basically said Mackenzie's a Fed. Like he's either involved with or paid by. He highlighted that, how he called on that one group and reported them to CSIS and the RCMP, bunch of other things. And then Ezra's like, yeah, he's a Fed. And then Mackenzie went nuts and started talking about how he was going to sue them and for defamation of character or whatever. And forever he had to pay like a court filing fee, and he did not pay it. And I know Messerschmitt and Famkazi relentlessly made fun of him because he hadn't paid the court fees yet. It's like, are you actually going to do this? So fast forward to 2025, finally he went ahead with the lawsuit.
Was that after the SSC thing? Because then that's probably how he got the money, is fucking membership fees.
Yes. Okay, so here's the video. We're only going to watch a bit of it, like probably a couple minutes, where he talks about Jeremy and whatever. You know what the embarrassing part is I'm literally in the background in this video. So is Chris Baguette, and even Jacqueline's in the background of this video. Levine walks up on the video, the smelly goddamn piece of shit. Anyways, so this is back when we were all under the thing. But I wish we had watched it then. It's pretty clear. So I'm just gonna click share screen. And then we'll read Holly will do the honors of reading the court's decision.
That's all I'm here for, is to read and click buttons.
Holly's the reader.
Times.
Exactly. Holly reads better out loud, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to make this big and push play. I'm starting at the 28-minute mark. It's basically 29, whatever.
Said. And I asked some gentle questions. I put to her some of the accusations from the Crown, and she absolutely denied them and said, in no way does she recognize these charges? Her son would never do that. He was a good young man. Absolutely shocked by this whole thing. She thinks it's like, I really listened, and this woman's heart was so full of sorrow. And imagine not being with your son for 500 days and knowing another year plus, or almost another year, will go by. And so I was very moved by that. But I asked her a couple of questions, and I'm not going to tell you her answers because it was a personal conversation. But let me put the questions that I put to her, let me put them to this larger group. When you have a conspiracy to commit murder, that means people are united in some sort of plan. That's what a conspiracy means. Mm-hmm. I suppose conspiracy doesn't necessarily mean it's dark or evil, but of course in a criminal setting it does. So what's the network that holds these 4 defendants together? What's the club or the gang or the terrorist group that or like the Hells Angels? Are they all Hells Angels? No, not at all. Are they with Al Qaeda? No, of course not. But there was something, and this came out very early in the media, that the men and some of their weapons had the symbol of a made-up joke group in Canada called Diagolon. It's an absurd
So embarrassing.
meme. It's a joke, a prank, really. Diagolon being this theoretical country that would diagonally go across North America, and it would be this alt-right place. And it was, I think it started as a joke, as so many goofy things do. And the trouble is, I think people started to believe in it. Or at least if you're going to Diagolon meetings, if you wear a Diagolon crest,
Meeting?
if you talk
They had
about
meetings?
Diagolon, then maybe it's not a joke anymore. Maybe it's actually a thing. And so maybe these pranksters and jokesters at Diagolon created out of thin air the narrative that the prosecution here needed. And certainly that the media needed. Now, by the way, I'm not referring to anything
Yeah, except for
subject to the
those
publication
patches
bans
weren't
here.
the real patches,
the
were they?
Diagolon's insignia.
How about not blocking me and be a good reporter?
See,
Listen to this.
is one of the folks here.
Fuck
this is
off,
one of the folks
Jason
here
Levine.
who,
It's like blue cheese and stale
is
urine.
rebelling against Rebel News.
Reminds
But
me of
could you do me a
Gonzo.
favor and do your own show and let me continue to talk to my folks. You're
Jason Levine, MP, member of Parliament, registered as
Oh,
a
MP.
candidate.
Remember when he
but
was
he's
an
actually
MP?
not an MP.
Member of Parliament?
Okay, so give us a break now. Talk to your own audience, and I wish you good luck in your approach.
Thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Rebel, everybody.
What a little
All
fag.
right. So there are some folks who are very upset about things, and that's one of them. He calls himself an MP. He's not.
Ew, who's hugging
And
him?
listen, I understand why people are very upset about things, and it's because these men have been in prison for more than 500 days. I don't exactly understand that fella's beef, but there are some real edgy contrarians for whom Rebel News is not rebellious enough. Now, I'm not sure if they've crowdfunded any money at all. I'm not sure if they've done anything. Oh, I've been to this courthouse, I don't know, a dozen times over the last few years. So many times they've actually accredited me
That's a lie.
as an accredited journalist here and let me sit at the front row. I really have been to Lethbridge more than just about any other city in Canada. And in fact, in the background, you can see behind me is Arthur Pavlovsky. His back is to me. He's talking to a crowd. I've been to this courthouse a half a dozen times for
Wasn't
Arthur
he the
alone.
preacher?
So I'm not quite sure what Rebel News could be doing that we're not doing other than funding the defense for these people, which we will not do because it's outside our scope. But I think I know what animates that guy. I mean, I think he wants to get some of our audience, and I think he wants some of our reputation that we built up over 8 years. And that's fine. I mean, that's the nature of the internet. He wants to be an influencer. It's a bit weird that he calls himself a member of Parliament when he's not. But what I'm sensing here is that people who are desperate for justice and don't understand what's going on have reached out to this Diagolon group and their kooky leader named Jeremy Mackenzie. Now, Jeremy Mackenzie had a reputable past in that he served our country in the Canadian Armed Forces. And that should be mentioned every time his name is referred to.
Gross.
But he has set up an explicitly racist organization. I think it's as a joke, but he's gone beyond a joke to really providing the missing glue for those on the left who would accuse conservatives and populists of being terrorists. And it's my belief, and we'll see if it's borne out in trial next year, that the four men here, there's a phrase in the internet, LARPing, L-A-R-P, live action role playing, that they were sort of pretending to be in the Diagolon and they got the patches and it wasn't really a thing, but it was a pretend thing, almost like Dungeons and Dragons, except for one day in Lethbridge and in Coutts, Alberta, their make-believe came true. And they weren't just talking tough about Diagolon. There actually were cops everywhere. And so, you know, some of the evidence, and again, I'm not referring to anything learned through publication ban material, but the firearms and the bullets, which is fairly normal for country people and rural folks in small town, suddenly they're transformed from being, oh, that's just a country boy and his rifle and bullets, to, oh, there's a Diagolon patch there. This is part of some uprising revolutionary war. I guess what I'm saying is Diagolon, which is a fake joke, because of course, when it comes to hatred, demand exceeds supply. That's why there's so many hoaxes about racism, and so because the media narrative needs it. But Canadians just aren't hateful. Canadians aren't violent. There was not a single act of violence in any of the convoys other than the RCMP shooting our reporter, Ezra Levant.
It's just that one event.
But the Diagolon
just
gave that
just the
to
rebel
the
lady
media.
getting shot.
It proved that there was a right-wing hate group out there that we had to be scared of. And Jeremy Mackenzie loved it. He loved being on TV. He loved being the star. He loved being an important person. He loved being edgy. But the thing is, everything he got out of it was at the expense of truly contrarian, truly worried people who are scared about the state of the country. And it's my theory, and again, I'm not basing this on any secret documents, but it's my theory based on what I've learned about the men and what I've seen in the media, and frankly, with my conversations with one of the family members, that these young men actually went too far into Jeremy Mackenzie's scheme, weird, fake group. And so the police and the prosecutor said, that's the conspiracy. That's the connection. That's the group. They're not Hell's Angels. They're not Al-Qaeda, but they are Diagolon. And for all of those who thought it was just a joke, now it's very real. And look, we have guns and bullets, and normally those would just be country boys, but no, that's Diagolon. And I was shocked to learn yesterday while I was literally sitting in this court.
See that.
It came up on my phone, a news headline, that same Jeremy Mackenzie, the head of Diagolon, the most hated right-wing, alt-right group in Canada that is a talking point for every left-wing journalist and politician, he just had a bunch of firearms charges against him dropped.
That's where it really started
with
for me.
Illegal, restricted firearms, pointing them at people. He was transporting guns illegally. He wasn't just a guy who had guns. For example, some of the guys in here, I know for a fact, had a PAL license. They had guns, sure, but they were completely legal. I don't know if there were some illegalities, but I know they had a license. This Jeremy Mackenzie is transporting guns illegally, having illegal guns, pointing guns at people, like he was doing a whole whack of things. Isn't it odd that the leader of the Diagolon isn't in jail for 500 days, but
he was telling us
pawns on the chessboard?
He read the
in
court
jail
documents,
for
you guys.
I remember having a private conversation with Jeremy and asking, I was like, you do understand what this is.
He was the guy who was exhorting.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was having a private conversation with Jeremy one time, like shortly after the whole guns thing, and I asked him, I was like, you do realize what this looks like, right? Said, from my point of view, sitting in the States, you just got out of a bunch of charges. Like, it looks like you're a rat. You've been in and out of jail now a couple of times. Like, I'm not saying you are, but it looks a little weird. Yeah, I know.
But I know. Yeah, okay, we're almost done this. Then we get into more. I promise. I just want to finish him so we can get him off the screen.
Everyone to storm Capitol Hill on January 6th. Here's a reminder of Ray Epps.
We need to go into the Capitol. Into the Capitol. What?
No, Fed.
Tomorrow? I don't even like to say it because I'll be arrested. Well, let's not say it. We need to go. I'll say it. All right. We need to go in.
Shut the fuck up, Boomer.
To the Capitol.
Shut the fuck up, Boomer.
Ew, can you imagine his balls?
No, I'm not going to.
Why would you want to imagine his balls?
Yeah.
We're talking about Levine. Not
All right, no, Dave, but one
smells
more.
like rotten blue cheese, I'm sure.
We go in.
Are we going to get arrested?
Leave this here. You don't need to get shot.
Arrest us all?
Before the attack. Yeah. What a fucking joke.
Okay, I think you guys get the point. If anybody wants to watch it, just type in Diagolon leader Jeremy Mackenzie is a Fed, and you'll find it on YouTube. It's 45 minutes, but he is very clearly telling us like that so the beginning of the video, he goes on to say that he went through all the court documents. So I don't know if, you know, how after this they'd found whatever was in the envelope. I don't know if Ezra happened to read what was in the envelope. I don't know. We don't know, right? All I know is he was very, like, when you watch it now, knowing what we know now, he was 100% warning people. And basically saying, yeah, no, these guys are in jail because of Jeremy Mackenzie. He doesn't talk about any other right-wing people. Jerry had nothing to do with Diagolon. He didn't even know about it, didn't even know it existed. So, you know, it's not like completely true, but also, I'm so sorry for you, not for the woke of heart. That is disgusting that Levine tried to get you to go into his
Well, not all the Lethbridge people there. There were some good people there, like Granny McKay.
Also, I was there. I'm not revolting.
Well, and yeah, this
well,
this one up here.
No. It was a bit of a shit show, and it was a bit embarrassing, to be honest with you. At some points there, I do think so. We know Jeremy's Fed for those reasons, but beyond that, we know for other reasons. He lost all his charges against Tegan, his ex-girlfriend, his teeny tiny ex-girlfriend that he beat the living shit out of. And yes, at the beginning, I didn't believe that Jeremy didn't do it until Alex Vrander, the ferryman, when he came home, he swore up and down. He looked me in the eye, said he didn't leave them alone at all, and he would never let that happen. And because I trusted Alex so much, I believed him. I believed that didn't happen. But then I go to find out that Alex wasn't actually there. And I did bring this to Alex after. And once I found that out, that Alex had been in his van with Strider or whatever, when I found that out, that was it. I was done. I was like, he definitely beat the shit out of her then. Like, there's no way. And it doesn't matter what Tegan did if she fucking poked him, if she put her fist up his ass. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He beat the living shit out of her. Those charges didn't come until what's it called? Those ones until after he threatened or joked about raping Pierre Poilievre's wife.
Yes.
So they rushed those charges in to get him out of there. I mean, I don't have proof that he went to jail, but a lot of speculation is that he went to sort of more of a rehab situation. He did have some dramatic stories about being in jail, but they also seemed like his fake stories about being
his war stories.
Yeah, his war stories that are other people's stories. It's such a tacky thing to do. So, I mean, whatever.
He always bitched the loudest about stolen valor and fucking making up stories. Like, that's the worst.
Everybody that is left, for the most part, anybody, who was really heavily involved in Diagolon, who left in any sort of dramatic way, has had contact with CSIS. CSIS has contacted them. Shani, you had the FBI contacting you at one point.
They were asking people about me.
Yeah, see, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. This isn't normal. Jeremy isn't he's not some hardcore guy who's going to do anything. You guys all remember the very beginning, the very beginning. It was not a racist organization. Yeah, you guys hated the Jews, fine. But not even that much. And it wasn't even like over the top. There was lots of multiculti in there. Okay. There was. There was tons. So, and I know because I just wouldn't have been around because I was way too innocent. You guys have really corrupted me.
Well, and even in the beginning, right? Like they pussyfooted around the whole Jew thing. Even like
it was tiny hats.
It
was
and
just
stuff
jokes.
like that.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
It wasn't that big of a deal. They talked with Ryan Dawson a few times and they wouldn't even say it. It would be the little bell ring that he does and all that stuff. They pussyfooted around it. And then all of a sudden it was like a new season started and the switch flipped and they were given permission.
It was Alex moved out of my house and all of a sudden he came back a skinhead and he fucking hated every race. Meanwhile, he was sleeping with the Jewish girl. Yeah. So sorry, guys. You guys, that doesn't make sense. But I got this video sent to me the other day. These motherfuckers are coming to Alberta. They're coming to Alberta. So Alex had already said he was coming to Alberta, right? And this is where
another tour.
No, it's not just Alex, though, guys. It's not just Alex. Where is it? It's got to be in here. Come on. I know I uploaded it.
You got to name your videos so I can help you with this.
It's just, I'm just going to find it. One moment, please. It's really gross. It's just gross. It's gross. And you know who's still funding them? All their stupid fucking viewers who've fallen for it. Guys, wake up. And if you did sign up with the SSC and you're watching and you're actually concerned and you want out, you can serve them. Get a notarized letter saying that you withdraw your application, you withdraw permission for your background checks, you withdraw all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can write in there that this organization no longer fits what you thought it was or whatever. And you can serve them and it's done. It's over. You're out. And you don't have to be embarrassed. We are all a little bit embarrassed. Sorry, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to send you a really quick clip. Is that okay?
Okay.
His parents. It's in our... Where is he? Smelly bastard.
Smelly bastard.
He's like, why? Don't come here. We don't want you. Alberta doesn't like you. After everything Jeremy said about all of the Alberta separatist people, you think, like, what a dumb idea. Don't come here. Just don't come here.
Well, yeah. And like even during the Coots Force situation, like, do you remember the fundraiser at the barn that Greg, rest his soul, showed up at to raise money for the Coots for their representation in court, and how successful the Coots for fundraising was, and how pissed Mackenzie was about that.
Oh, he was
and
very
his
angry.
Rants constantly about how basically he needs more help than they do, and then they had the big barn dance.
He's had 5 that I can count of, that I know of. 5 GoFundMe's have been for Jeremy Mackenzie since he's been Diagolon. Plus, you guys, not to mention his thousands of dollars he makes on a stream every night. So his GoFundMe's were like the V4F guys did one for him. The David Frei or Viva Frei did one for him for his mortgage. We did the big one. What was it called? Ungovernable or whatever.
Yeah, there was one
that was
year.
like 100,000. Okay, and just so we're all clear, that money didn't get sent to me. Okay, just so we're clear.
You sure you didn't gamble it
dude?
away?
I wish I would have I really wish. Like now I do. I'm like, you know what? It would have been fucking way better. I should have taken it. I'm just gonna play. Here's Derek Rance talking about what his plans are, and he's on the road right now. Guys, stop sending these fucking losers money.
Oh, Piss Pants is...
west. There's quite a few boys out there in clubs and whatnot, and I got to get out there. Well, thank you, sir. I've got 2 screens going here. I don't have my big screen. Couldn't bring that with me on the road. Thank you, Diaga Drugaloo. Yep, I'm coming to Alberta. It's just a matter of when.
Gross. How about you stay the fuck out? Keep your AIDS out of here.
He's saying the same words that Alex said.
Yeah.
Because we showed that video. It's like there's a lot of groups out there and we have to make a
Have a
presence
good night,
known.
Elroy.
Like he's saying he's reading from the same script. That's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird that they have a script, isn't it?
Weird.
I don't
Where'd that
know.
come from?
Wasn't he the one who got the fucking money or something?
Yeah, the $5,000. Him and Jeremy got $10,000 from the good cops in Ottawa at the convoy.
Mm-hmm.
I think the good cops was anti-hate, but whatever. Then we've got this. Like this, I don't know. This one, he is way too relaxed. This is like, if you guys don't think he's a fed after just watching this, come on. He's just too relaxed and the guy's a fucking shyster. He's
Chumming it up.
So from someone that was on the fringe, right, on the outsides, where did he get the information about that Telegram chat sent to him?
Oh, he got it from the PSYOP officer.
Yes.
At the CAF named Robin Thibault.
It's question to have, right? It's like why was it sent to him specifically?
It was sent to Ezra and them as well. The other people had it.
The other thing
but it was
was why on the day that the horses and the big shutdown and all that happened, where were the leaders of Diagolon?
Oh,
why were they not there?
Well, I don't know where Derek was. I know that Jeremy was at the house, pacing back and forth on the phone with people, panicking that we were going to get Waco'd. Any minute, they're going to Waco us. And I'm like, well, oh my God, they're not going to. What are you talking about? He's
Wasn't he high as fuck?
He was, I'm assuming cocaine. I didn't actually witness him do any lines, but there was somebody doing lines in the bathroom because they kept leaving little scrapings, I was cleaning the bathroom. So when I clean, you could see on the sink, you could see the little line scrapes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming, but he was so scared of getting Waco'd. He's like, that trailer of guns went missing. They're going to plant it on the property and they're going to say we started shooting, that we're a terror organization. And I'm like sitting there going, what the fuck? Why did they leave me here with him? Like, yes, I didn't want to go downtown because it was too cold and I'm a little chubby and I didn't really want to walk that much. But
babysitter.
Yeah, I was babysitting the but he was there and he was seriously, he actually thought that that was going to happen to him.
I remember you called me. You were sitting out in your vehicle and you're like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm here by myself with this motherfucker and he's going crazy.
He is crazy. He's actually completely unstable. I don't understand how all of his charges have been dropped. Every single one. He has got no record. And now he just, we've never found, the guy that owned the farm, his name is Joe. I can't remember offhand, but it's in the file in Telegram. I can find it after. So we've got that. Now we've got, guys, so it gets weirder. So we got Jeremy Mackenzie, the Ginger Jew, who is definitely a Fed. If you guys don't believe it at this point, I don't know.
You're retarded.
Joy, you're just fully retarded. Alex Friend, also a Fed, 100%. And Derek Ratz, I don't know if he's just like an informant because he's just like the slimy little stink.
He's just the one they couldn't trust to do the big jobs.
Yeah, because you're right. That would make more sense. So we've got that. We also found out. No, don't forget when I said about the Give Send Goes, I mentioned a name, Viva Frei. He did one. Viva Frei is Jewish. He's a lawyer, and he did a fundraiser for Jeremy because Jeremy got debanked and said he was losing his mortgage with Scotia.
He was going to lose the house that his kids lived in.
Yes. And by the way, his ex-girlfriend has told me that the mortgage amount is always 60,000. No matter where Jeremy's talking, he always owes 60,000. Like even despite all of these fundraisers happening,
still
since she met him, he's always owed that much. So I don't believe it. But fine. So Dave Viva Frei, he's a journalist, he's a lawyer, he's Canadian, who's a freedomer, whatever. He decides he's going to go and do a fundraiser himself for Jeremy and get his viewers to all donate to Jeremy. Jeremy turns on the Jews very, very hard, right? Like real hard. Like all of a sudden, boom, fuck the Jews.
It was an about face.
And Viva is still sitting there like an asshole, like, but like tolerating that disrespect. Public disrespect, still supporting Jeremy's bullshit. Viva, I realize, is on a very, very tight script, and it's no denying it because he's involved. His hands are in every fucking pot. Like the ostriches, for example. He was promoting ostriches before the ostrich farm even came around.
Yeah,
he is involved with everything. Okay, so Viva, 100%. I don't care what anyone says. I guarantee he's compromised.
Well, members of the community reached out to Viva when the Coots was going on, like people that are very connected to the Coots situation. People reached out to Viva directly about we're going to throw them under the bus, the pissed off about the fundraisers, everything. Said, why are you featuring this person?
He was featuring Jason Levine.
Well, yeah, and then Jason Levine. Why are you featuring Jason Levine? He was one of the reasons why things got tossed out. There was a publication ban, but he would talk about stuff. He was compromising the trial, and Viva ignored the warnings.
He didn't just ignore the warnings. He told Jacqueline, Jerry's wife, he told her specifically, she said, I would like to come on the stream when you have Jason on because Jason's going to lie and he's not going to give all the truth. And Viva said, thanks for the offer. Maybe next time. Wouldn't you want to get it from the family member rather than this other fucking prick? Guess who else has been on Viva's show? Donald Best, also known as Grant Bristow. So Viva's had all of these people on. Okay. And Viva, I'm sorry, but you're a little snake. But guys, last week we got some messages about somebody else who was on Viva's show for no fucking reason. You would think that they had JFGARIEPY on the stream, on Viva's stream, because he was a forensic expert, but he's not a forensic expert.
Like a ballistic forensics expert?
He's not. He's not. Now, this is where it gets fucking amazing. So first of all, Viva does not give a shit that JF's wife's missing or anything like that. He couldn't be bothered. JF had to like quickly rustle off, this sort of a lowdown. But you guys, the details that JF gave, he can't even keep his story straight. If it's the truth, it's not hard. Okay. He lies. He lies. He
Again.
lies. Yes. And I've got another video you can watch. But anyways, I'm going to post, here's JF. Why is JFGARIEPY on Viva's stream? What's going on here? Oh, he's also, known to be a nationalist who also has biracial kids. Like,
what?
JF is not a white nationalist. He was just put out a shout out to Chinese women to have babies with them. It's all fake. But here's JF on Viva's show.
We're now in 2026. Your missing partner has not turned up. I imagine everyone on Earth, or not everyone, a lot of people probably think you had something to do with it. I know nothing. I knew nothing about this until 5 minutes ago. So just let's get that elephant out of the room before we get into the Daily Mail article.
Yeah, my ex, who is known as Elora now, we had a relationship, and eventually she left. She was a party girl, and she was also a government resistance person, someone with strong paranoid convictions about the government. And she, at some point, after making 2 children with me, which I'm still raising, she left the home, and 2 days after leaving the home, sent me a message on the cell phone saying, "This is the last time you'll ever hear about me. I'm about to disappear in 30 minutes. And if you have something to tell me, tell it to me now, because in 30 minutes, I disappear." And she did disappear, and the police never found her. We don't know what happened to her, but there's these wine aunts and these people who believe that I killed her, when in fact the police has been able to establish that she was in a separate province from me when she sent me that message.
We're not going into all of this because it's not even what I want to do, but so you have that text message, police saw that text message, you received this, and you have not heard or seen from it, nor has anybody. You're in Quebec, they call them conjoints de fait. You're not married, you're not legally unionized, but Quebecers are known for hooking up and not getting married, but having kids out of wedlock. So that is the zeitgeist in Quebec. You haven't heard from her, and nobody's heard from her in 2.5 years.
Nobody, no sign. She is a disappeared person with no sign of existence.
Well, I can understand why some people are going to look at you in a way that even when, you see the way they're looking at Erica Kirk in the context of the Charlie Kirk case, I can understand why some people are going to look at you and have suspicions and probably never believe anything that doesn't confirm what they already believe. All right, well, that's one hell of a big elephant. I don't care to get into it any more than that. The other thing is you're a white nationalist, and I asked you before we went live. I asked you, what is the most anti-Semitic sentiment to which you espouse? And you gave an answer, which if you want to call that anti-Semitism, you can go ahead and call it. What is the most anti-Semitic sentiment that you've been accused of espousing, sir?
For 10 years, I've been pushing the idea, and I'm one of the mentors behind people like Nick Fuentes. I knew him as a young streamer with 100 viewers on his videos. And for more than 10 years now, I've been pushing the idea that Jewish power in the US is dangerously disbalanced and too high, and that it will get us into trouble. First, because we have an intellectual class in the US that has blind spots, that doesn't have a skin in the game in the demographics of the white population, and that will lead us into wars and into pro-Israeli dangerous situations like the Iran war that we're seeing right now.
The standard rebuttal to that is that whether or not there's truth to that, because I don't think anybody can deny that there's truth to the influence of the lobby, the statistical overrepresentation.
All right, so I just stopped. If you want to watch it, it's just under, it's under, what's it called? Viva Frei show, and it's about something about the Daily Wire's thing. So it's weird that Viva now has JF.
I want to say something before I forget. I feel like the nationalist guys, like once there are absolutely no white women that will want them, they go for Asians. It's like, it's a huge fucking thing throughout the whole nationalist community. And then they're still like, oh, I'm a nationalist.
Yeah.
Well, it's just these guys are liars. He's a fucking liar. JF's not. He's just such a liar, guys. Guys. I don't know if you caught it. The time limit. So he said that Elora texted him and said, "You will have 30 minutes." Right? That's what he said.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So to us, he said an hour. That's I rewatched our stream. He said an hour, and he said it was a phone call when he was his original one. He said it was a phone call, and he would have they would have 10 minutes. I don't understand if this is an actual serious thing. If Elora is, and listen, I sound schizophrenic here at this point, and I feel like I am. If Elora is a real, like, really actually disappeared, and all this stuff is really whatever, why aren't the RCMP picking up on this? You cannot change your statements about where your missing wife was, and the comments she made, and the time limits, and the method that message was given. Was it by the phone or was it by a fucking text, JF?
Was it a phone call? Was it a text message? Was
How
it
much
an
time
hour?
did she give you?
Was it
Wouldn't
half
you?
an hour?
I would never forget it. I'd be like, that motherfucker said I had 10 minutes. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way he forgot. But it gets weirder, guys. Okay, because now look at this. Look at this text message. JF. This is a text message, or sorry, this is from Twitter or X. It is JF offering a dag to come live with him. Not just any dag either. Blonde bigot. So here's that. I don't know. Can you read it, Can you read it, Holly?
Yeah. So blonde bigot. In just over 3 weeks, I'll be homeless with a cat and a dog. Absolute crisis stage. All the affordable housing is full of immigrants my tax dollars pay for. If you ever wonder why I hate immigrants, this is why. Everything is so fucking expensive. Response from Blur Zerker. Not sure how old you are, but if fertile, you should be put in baby making be putting in a baby making application with JFGARIEPY. He's providing room and board. And then JFGARIEPY responds, sure, I'll take her in. Now, do we all remember that that advertisement that he put out about how the animals would be taken care of humanely?
Yes.
So he'll take her in, but he's going to murder her cat and dog.
Yeah.
Put him under the wood pile with his wife.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. So I've got a couple of really, 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 really smart friends. Really smart friends. And they fully have been saying for a few months now, Rocky, JFGARIEPY is a PSYOP. The whole thing is a PSYOP. The reason we're not able to get, and these people have done the actual freedom of information searches. They don't get one fucking thing back. We can do them on Jeremy. We can get them. We can do them on anybody, and we can get them, but we can't get them from fucking JF. So what? But what is the goal? I just don't understand it. So I wanted to actually ask this Claudia, can you please email us? She says it sounds like a class of military intelligence, COINTELPRO, same formula. If you know more about it, I'd love to hear more about it. If you want to email us, our email address is right here. Okay, because I would like to know more about that. I don't understand, and I've said to my friends, how can it be a SAP? That doesn't even make sense because it doesn't. Right? Yeah, he has an air mattress. Yeah, no bed sheets. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the goal is. I don't know why JF is all of a sudden on Viva's show. None of this, guys. This is not coincidental.
It's not a coincidence that all of a sudden Viva Frei now knows who JF is.
Yeah,
we were talking about that 6 months ago on our streams about how it's so weird that this like super duper intelligent white nationalist dude who had a huge following and met with all of the alt-right people on the internet, and this white nationalist Canadian They never cross paths. They never talk to each other. Nothing ever happened. They're from the same side of Canada. They appealed to similar audiences and similar algorithms. They've been interviewed and talked to the same people.
Jeremy did comment and tag him, actually. No, Jeremy did tag JFGARIEPY last week or 2 weeks ago. I screenshotted and said it. He said, what the hell? Why is Jeremy all of a sudden tagging? Why is Jeremy tagging JF? They don't actually have anything in common except that they're both short little fucks. Lying fucks.
Well, I love egotistical fucks who like to womanize and abuse
beat women. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I guess they do have it.
Well, I love the fact that JF single-handedly made Nick Fuentes the Mexican.
Oh yeah. He's a fucking psyop too.
Well, that too. But I find that so interesting that all of a sudden now Nick Fuentes owns his fame to JFGARIEPY. Congratulations.
I wonder if he owes his bigotry to him too. We're all pretty positive that
possibly
Fuentes is a butt pirate.
Even if he is, even if I do think Fuentes is smart though. I like a lot of the shit he says, and I do think he's spicy and I find him entertaining. But even if he was gay, really wouldn't like.
Well, yeah, sure, but he ain't a nationalist. He ain't a white nationalist. I don't know.
He's Mexican. He's open about being Mexican. Like
he's Mexican.
Nick Fuentes did call Alex friend. He said, "Whatever, dude. You guys are feds." He said that to Alex and Jeremy. So again, there's another fucking person, right?
Yeah.
So there's just
that makes me like him maybe a drop more, but I still think he's a fed too.
Maybe. I don't know. But I've got another video. I don't remember what it is. I'm going to push and play.
Give me the music, make me jump, pam, pam. Give me the music, make me looking at the dance. Come me say listen to the drum, and me say listen to the bass. Give me little music, make me wine.
I'm definitely getting kidnapped, guys.
Oh my god, I need to get laid.
I know. Well, I've got 2 more videos. You guys might like it. Yeah, I know, right? It is.
Well, and we're sitting here saying they're all feds and they're all a psyop. So
we only know that Jeremy Mackenzie is.
We're looking forward to our paycheck.
We don't get paid. Why would we get paid? We get paid for fuck all. We never get paid.
Well, that's the thing. Like, okay,
we're horrible feds.
I love the shout out for us too. Thank you so much for the wine ants that are obsessed with him.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Is that what he was talking? He was talking about you guys, the wine ants.
Which is funny because he never called us wine ants until the Kino Casino guys did.
I know, right? The whole thing's everything's so gross. I do know, I promise though, Jeremy Mackenzie is a fed just based on my involvement with him, as well as, and it was personal involvement. It wasn't like we didn't just watch him. Okay. This guy called from jail crying, or jail, I'm using air quotes here, crying like 85 times a day because nobody wanted to pick up the fucking phone to him because it was very annoying. Even Alex was doing this all the time. Like, he didn't want to deal with it.
I can just imagine it.
I felt bad. So I'd answer and I'm like, hi. And like, you could only deal with so much. But yeah, no, this guy's full of shit. They're all full of shit.
I think at that moment was when the feddiness was consummated. When he was in jail, crying, broken down, completely distraught, easily influenced, and that was when it took off because that coincides with the time that his production value increased.
Right when he got out of jail, he got a new fucking set, new cameras, new everything.
It was very interesting,
and
how it changed.
New computers after the RCMP took the old ones.
Oh, and all his phones got taken.
Oh yeah,
how many times? But Alex, here's a video of Alex. Just so I'm going to send it home. Alex talking about how many CSIS people he knew. And we all know he not only does he look like a cop, he really does. Yeah, listen.
But yeah, expect them to reach out to you.
Funny enough, I do know. I'm from Ottawa originally, right? So like a lot of people I know. Well, obviously I know a lot of people in the area, but I know at least 2 people, maybe 3. I don't know if one still does, but I have known 3 people that work for CSIS 2 actively that I know of. And like, it's like they're
right on.
Not that I don't know them, like it's through a degree of separation, right? So
Okay.
like I know, like, you know, through one of my friends, I know somebody that works there. So it's like sometimes I wonder, I was like, do they know? Like, are they the one just like curious? About, is this person that knows me, like, you know, charged with watching me, just like, Alex, what the fuck you doing?
Right. I imagine there's a few people. It's wow. Like you don't. We're not just saying it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you say, "Oh, hi feds," whatever, or "Hi alphabet agencies." I could actually say their name if I wanted to, and I don't believe that that's their real names. Like, that's probably a stage name, or what would they call it? A pseudonym or something.
Alias or...
Yeah, it's fucking stage name.
They're actors.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it's true, right? Like we've been joking about that for a while, and like I used to joke, like, you know, whoever my agent is, I hope I make them laugh. Like, I hope they're enjoying the time they get to spend with me, and I hope that some small part of them knows that I'm not a bad person, and that they're kind of coming around, and like, you know, they're like, yeah, okay, I like these guys. These are the I'm with them. I want some small part of you is like, yeah, these guys are awesome.
They're not stupid people. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot say that about them. They're not inept or...
No.
Like I said, they were the most engaged people I've ever talked to before.
They're definitely not stupid, because they would be passing some high level, like, and like a wide variety of IQ tests to get where they are. You don't get to...
I would hope so.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You don't get to those positions without like, you know, certain standards for IQ. Like, even so, the military, right? If you join the military, you take the Canadian Forces Aptitude Test, right? The CFAT. It's an IQ test. They don't call it an IQ test because they're legally not allowed to call it an IQ test, because that would be hate, right? But it's an IQ test. If you've done an IQ test and you've done the CFAT, you know that the CFAT is an IQ test. It is. And the reason they do that is because they have certain standards, right? You need to reach these. If you don't get these scores in these categories, you're not qualified, or you don't have the basic necessities that you need to do this trade in the military. And intelligence in the military has one of the highest standards. So I would imagine that CSIS's standards are like a notch up from that. And like, you know, they're not stupid people. Like, don't assume that they are. They might be drones. They might be NPC types that just, you know, well, like, you can be smart and like an automaton, right? So like,
not, it's putting puzzles together, but I mean, that's kind of their job, right? But again, like I said, I have nothing bad to say about them, to be honest. Like, I walked away feeling like it was a net positive, like it was a weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, the other thing is too, like, I'm sure that, okay, unlike say the RCMP, I'm sure that CSIS is actually some very high quality people, because there's the IQ aspect of it too, but there's also the character evaluation, right? The previous history. Like, they're probably model citizens.
Could he suck their dicks any harder?
Oh,
yeah, like, he definitely gagging.
My
on that.
impression of Alex.
Yeah, that was like a little. So thank you, Femikaze, for that clip. But yeah, they are, and like, do you know, I did say one. I think I've said this a couple times, but I did say this once to Alex, and I think it was Measure Schmidt, maybe, who, when Liquid Zoo was out at, and she was at my house. Alex was there, staying there. Liquid Zoo had come for her 2-week visit or whatever. She was there, and Liquid Zoo is like, I don't know. Some Measure Schmidt thinks he's a cop. I'm like, what? I never even thought of it. Meanwhile, he's got the cop dog, Strider. But I'm like, no. But then the more I looked at him, the more I'm like, maybe, but no, but maybe, because he didn't do drugs. Like, he did on the way to the convoy. He did. I think he was doing Ritalin or something. Like,
to stay awake to drive.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he
the Vyvanse.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing. So when he at my house, like, he wouldn't smoke pot. He didn't do mushrooms. He said he did mushrooms. He never did them. He barely drank. We'd go to these big parties. He would have a beer, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we could have gotten rides home, but no, Alex didn't. And a lot of the times he didn't even want to go to the parties. He was just like, ugh, but he had to. Mm-hmm. So I do remember I said to him, I'm like, if you're a cop, your bosses hate you. And he looked at me. He's like, why? I'm like, look at your assignment. You have to live with a poor person. And then I laughed. And then he's like, ugh. And I'll never forget that reaction, because I don't know. It's a weird reaction. I feel like
It's very telling.
Yeah, like and he did, and he had all that silver. I mean, God, there's so many fucking things. I'm just so stupid. I'm not. It wasn't that I was stupid. I just really trusted it. I don't know why. So yeah. So I do think that they are feds. I do think it's weird. We're gonna have to keep watching this evolve. But they're all involved. We got Viva, Donald Best, Grant Bristow. You know, he started it all. We've got and Viva's had them all on. We've got Jeremy Mackenzie. We've got all of these people. They're all interconnected. And you guys can go and look and follow up by going to Donald Best is Grant Bristow at t.me/Heritage Front 2. Okay. Seriously, it's a good Telegram page. There's a lot of information. You got to start at the top though and work your way down. But I do encourage everybody to go.
It's a good
he left. Yeah, he always left parties early.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one party he actually made me go. He had I don't know, it was like a panic attack or something. We were getting ready to leave, and he's like, "I can't go. I can't go." I'm like, "What are you talking about? You have to go. Like, you have to go. They're not coming to see me, okay? Like, no one gives a shit if I'm going. You have to go."
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he wouldn't go. I got so mad at it. I think I ended up yelling, and like he still wouldn't go. Like he would not go. Like he hated being around his peers. I'm going to be honest. He did. He did not like 90% of the people that he was friends with. He didn't like them. I mean, he could barely talk to Jeremy on the phone when he was jailed. Like they're all just fake. And then the way he left and everything else, fake. They're not good people. They're not good friends. They are very, very fake. Yeah. So Von D wants everyone to know that he is not whoever on X. Somebody keeps thinking that he is on X and he is a cop. And if you can imagine who it is, they roller skate. Okay. And they have cats. It's not
that Von D is a cop?
Yeah. Well, no, this person just keeps writing Von D's name all over posts and saying it's him. It's not him.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that the deep investigatory person that likes to look into things?
Everyone's a cop. Yeah.
Everyone's a cop.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, that isn't him. It's not him. So Bessenly, new fan confirms. Yeah. No, I don't know. They're all, but when they're all in it together, and then for Levine and his Jewish wife, her last name is Shmolo. I'm not making that up. That is literally her the last name of her marriage or maiden name, Shmolo. She and him are there at the terror tour that they're doing across Canada, and they've come to give Jeremy and Derek and all of them hugs. What the fuck? You guys are Jewish, but you're going to go to the terror tour and give them a sending off. I don't understand. Okay, I don't understand. So yeah. Yes, he is a leftist nut job. You're right. And they did. And they all of them agreed to, or admitted to voting for Trudeau. Speaking of which, I thought about this when I thought.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a Liberal cabinet minister.
You're way overqualified.
True story. He's a true story. Now, Siska, I know you're probably sitting there like, come on, where are the penises? Listen, Siska, calm down. I got a new one. I don't think he does this better than Johnny. He doesn't wear gray sweats. He's not doing thrusting. We cannot see what he carries.
He's packing?
No, but he's
outline.
Attractive. He's attractive.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body.
It's not.
Is that a wrestler?
I don't know. He doesn't hold a candle to Johnny. Let's be honest. Let's compare him to Johnny now, shall we?
Yeah.
Really quick?
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body.
Yeah, Johnny kicks that guy's ass. Sorry. Sorry, Siska. Oh. Well, Siska, I got him working on it. Okay, Siska, I'm going to get some old dick next week. Old dick for Siska next week, guys. Remind me.
Yeah, we need that one silver fox with the really low voice.
Yes. Some old. Oh, I know who you're talking to. Oh, yes. And for the guys, because we don't want to leave them out. I told you guys I was going to get your thirst trap, okay? But it's not going to be boobies. It's just going to be vehicles. This is kind of for me too. Let's check this one. Not the
Fuck
sexiest.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But here's one more. Here's another one. Guys, you're lucky. I got you a few.
Oh,
you get the point.
Want to be
There's
like
no-
Tim Allen on Home Improvement.
I knew you'd get hard, Messerschmitt.
I'm
dude.
glad
We
that you
do it.
did represent for Chevy and you represented for Ford.
I'm not a fucking listen. I'm an equal opportunist.
Just
when it comes to trucks.
where's the old Dodge?
Next time,
Oh, there
find
is
me a
one. One moment,
1982 Chevy Stepside.
Is it this?
The Hamilton Police.
Oh, that is not it. Those are
Quite a harsh or mellow.
What the fuck?
Sorry, there is a Dodge one, but I think this might be it. Okay, little dude. That's disgust. Again, these trucks, you guys, cannot be tracked by the government, cannot be shut down. There is no. I don't know what the fuck I did with it, but I watched a video last night. Ford just got a patent to self-repo your vehicles. So if you get late on a payment, your radio is not going to work. That's what they've decided to put into the cars. All these different things. It will eventually drive itself back to the destination where you bought it.
What?
You do not want a new vehicle. I'm telling you, get an old one. Plus, listen to this.
Talking about, I'm getting an electric car this, I'm getting an electric car that, but what nobody's talking about is how the diesel trucks that were IDIs from the 80s and the 90s could actually run off of used motor oil. Now, I don't know about you, but that's called saving money right there.
Great. See, we can't do this stuff.
The chat will know this one. There's the straight six Detroit diesel can run on oil. Anything that you put in it. Now it does varnish the cylinders and stuff like that, but those engines will run for a billion years.
Yeah, I would just prefer anything. I would really like an old 4Runner, and somebody sent me a video or an ad for one. Super cute. It's like $5,000. But anyways, I don't
What
have
are those
$5,000.
Toyotas they run overseas?
Hilux.
Yeah, there you go.
So we could have, there's this many options. Guys, these ugly cars, look at it. When you're sitting at a traffic light next, I want you to look around, okay? And look at the fucking ugly ass cars. Look at them. They all look the same. They're all a different variation of an SUV. When even the Porsche SUV is so ridiculous. It's so ugly. It's so stupid. It doesn't even make sense. They all look the same. Most of them are black and white. And you just sit there and you're like, I just don't get it. Because they're so expensive. You walked onto for most people, they would go to buy a vehicle new or whatever, or lease it or whatever. And they picked that one. They're like, that's the one for me. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. How they look at them and they're like, yeah, I love it.
That gray Civic looking blob, that one is for me. That looks like every other gray Civic looking blob.
Yeah.
Just like the Tesla. When the Tesla first came out, I'm like, this is supposed to be spacey and new and technology and all that stuff. And it looked like a Honda Civic.
Yeah, they're everywhere. But you know what? It is fun to do. Not that I do it often. I don't do it often. And as a matter of fact, I'd encourage you not to do it. But I mean, if you wanted to do it, it would be fun maybe for you, because the autopilot on the Teslas, it will kick in if you cut it off, where the driver maybe not expecting it. So if you beeline it right into their lane, the car will take over and it will brake for the Tesla. I've heard this from a friend. I can't verify. I've never done it. It would be illegal. I would never do anything like that. But
yes,
just saying. Okay. So I think we all need to get old fucking vehicles, even if they've got cancer, even if, you know what I mean? Who cares? Little rust isn't going to hurt anybody. And if somebody's going to judge you because of that, well, they can get fucked. I do have one more I forgot to send to me, a video. Oh, Jody, I'm going to do it right now. One of our viewers has just messaged me. She had sent me a sexy dancer for Siska. And I forgot to show everybody last week because I'm such an asshole. Jody, I am opening it. One moment, please. Everyone will like this. So just you guys thank Jody, okay? It's amazing.
I hope so.
Oh, no, it's so amazing. Hung like a horse, okay? For real, but not necessarily built like one. I wouldn't even say, I'm not sure what the situation is with the physique here. Okay, let's go big screen, and then I can't do that one. Do it at the same time. Sorry, guys, one sec. Thank you, Jody. Here we are. This is for you, Siska, from Jody.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
चांदनी रात में गोली चला गया लेके दुनाली हाथ में दिन में जो मैंने ढूंढा बांधी कहते थे
Thanks, Jody. Yeah, it's really fucked. Okay, but one more really quick. And Holly, did you guys have anything you guys wanted to discuss after this? I just gotta sit in the car.
I'm still flabbergasted by that last video. Why did you show that?
What the fuck?
Because
Fuck
Jody,
you.
our viewer Jody, felt that it was important to be inclusive. Okay. And he had a really good body, and I don't understand why you don't see this. Okay. Are you against? I thought you liked Indian food.
Mhm.
Holly, do you not like it? You don't want to eat that?
No comment.
Holly wants to eat that meat. Okay,
No.
here. I know that some people were asking me about my car, Karen, and what I've got a video of Karen. Okay, so she's been rode hard, put away wet a few times, and I just feel like my car, Karen. So I'm showing you guys a video of Karen.
I thought you were talking about your dildo.
Okay, my dildos are never named after women. Not that I have many. Yeah, but
Damn.
Karen's a
The
beast.
crystal meth.
Those
Since
old
you guys-
Camrys.
Oh, it's amazing.
That
Amazing.
looks like a tweaker contraption.
Yeah.
That's
Hold on.
redneck engineering to you, Missy.
Exactly. Oh, Karen's. I've got one more. Since we're almost done, I want to show you guys one. Okay, I'm going to show you my favorite video from the internet. It's 11 years old. It's amazing, and I honestly think this vehicle is like, oh, yes, please. I think we should all want. Well, maybe not want it, but okay. I'm going here. 1 second, please. All right, check this out. So
paint's come
smart.
off and where the
Oh,
diesel
sorry.
will slowly eat away at the paint.
Hold on.
1982 Volvo I've got for sale on eBay. Everything original. Obviously minus the turbo and some other bells and whistles. Decal on the side.
That's not original.
Here's where the motorcycle hit. As you might be able to see, there's a little bit of Phelan Bondo, and it takes a ghost key to unlock it. The paint's come off from where the diesel has slowly eat away at the paint. Comes with all the tools in the back, just in case you need it. Starter fluid, brake cleaner, water, All the lights work. Premium alloys with new tires. And by new, I mean I got them the other day. Not that they are actually new.
Oh, it gets so good. It
Leather
gets so
seats,
good.
Comes with a can of degreaser, a working horn. The turn signal broke, so there are now switches. This is a high beam. This is turn signal. And all this stuff on the dash is what you think it is.
What?
Here is the glow plugs. And right now the engine is moderately warm, so I still use them anyway.
It's pretty amazing.
I didn't know Volvo made a power wagon.
Safety first.
I guess.
Oh yeah.
Although I'm in a Volvo, so I probably wouldn't even need it.
Safety first.
Yeah. Turn the AC on.
That.
This is the fan for the radiator. And on this, you can just, it's a manual, and since it's a diesel, it drives like a truck. So you just let it on the clutch, and it goes.
He sold it for $500, guys. $500. I would have bought it. I would have had a blast driving that, and I would have driven it for sure.
I would have driven that.
Fuck yeah.
And it goes.
Nice.
It's almost done.
That is really good.
Yeah, it does.
And it's got overdrive, but you have to be going pretty quick for it to work. And it is right here. There it goes. So the transmission all works.
It all works, guys.
I will make a U-turn right here for y'all.
Right? I think it'd be amazing.
Sounds good, actually.
Right? It totally does. You'd hear me coming.
There you go.
So again, guys, get a vehicle that can't be tracked by the government, can't be stopped by the government, can't be remotely stopped by anybody, and have fun with it. Why not? I know, right? $500.
We all,
But
I
it was
think we
11
all
years.
would have bought that.
Yeah. No. And so
That would have
anyways-
been a good first beater.
That thing belches more black smoke than blonde bigot's twat when she passes the threshold of a church. Absolute poetry. Thank you. All right. So I think that's it. I don't even think I don't think there's any more penis. I don't think there's any more trucks today. I think that's it.
No, I
Do
think
you guys
that
have
was
anything
good.
else?
Ah, shucks.
No, that was I mean we went to the moon.
Oh, right. So they say. I don't believe anything, Holly.
That was launched on April 1st.
Right. Oh, April Fool's Day. Right. Of course. Fuck, they're so rude. They don't even like they put that was April 1st. I saw that. I actually saw a picture and it looked like it had deflated a bit. It looked like it was not real, Holly.
I'm sure Katy Perry, the astronaut, can verify.
Yeah, well, she is with, Trudeau. I don't see why not.
What?
Yeah, they're hot.
They're having a
hand in
baby,
hand.
apparently. I don't know if that's true.
No, that was a false positive.
I
But wouldn't
thought
that
he
be
was
great?
gay.
Well, maybe he's bi. Maybe just
Maybe
fucking
Katy
take
Perry's
it.
a man.
Maybe. Who
That would
knows? Who
explain
knows?
her choice in men.
Yes. So I don't know. I think it was a good stream. I think we did a good time. Well, I had a good time. Do you guys, anybody else want anything else that we need to discuss?
No, I think that covers everything. I mean, there's way too many weird ass connections that are going on with the alt-right media that's in Canada. Congratulations to
Alt-right.
Ezra
Yeah.
on his successful win.
Dude. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that they went, and I think it's hilarious. Jeremy's going to have to pay for that. I'm sure he's crowdfunding right now for it, right? Because everybody can pay for Jeremy,
I
right?
gotta pay this Jew.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
dare.
Oh, yeah, no, it is. Oh, and I will talk to you girls about this after, actually. I just had an idea that popped into my head. So we love you guys. I hope you guys all have a good week. You guys were just going to play goodbye and see you next Tuesday?
Yeah, well, everyone get your seeds started. It's almost planting season. The price of groceries is going to go through the fucking roof. So is whatever you can grow your own.
Yeah, and you could always use diarrhea as lube. Thanks to Measure Schmidt. Thank you for informing us that.
Yep.
Ooh, okay, that's awful. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, we love you, even if you use diarrhea as lube, and we will see you all next Tuesday.
We will see you next Tuesday.
Okay, Holly, you click the buttons.
I'm clicking the buttons. Thank you, everybody. Mwah.
Bye. Thanks for coming, Shawnee.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Maybe the next step in your healing journey is to go around calling people fucking cunts. That is all for today's therapy session. I'll see you next Tuesday.